Interesting. All right. Sorry about that. I was reading the moderation guidelines, but this is Coffee with Brian, where I talk all the talk while drinking coffee. So most of my talk, I'm assuming most of my talk today. Hold on, I'm clipping because the microphone for some reason always goes back up to the highest. So again, I'm Brian, the casual Brian. Most of my talk today is going to probably be about anime because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm up in Jersey and I am chilling and I am watching a lot of anime. Now, I have mixed feelings about this anime season because Dan to Dan is amazing. I'm really, really enjoying Dan to Dan. Um, Bleach. Bleach is also a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying Bleach, but everything else is just kind of like blah. You know what I mean? Like I really feel like everything else is blah. Now I haven't really put a lot of time into like checking out and seeing uh what's out there. You know, like I rather how do I say it? I rather focus on like older anime that I haven't watched, you know, in a while. Like not rewatches, but like so I'm starting Space Dandy. I got it on deck. Today, all I'm planning on doing is making videos and watching Space Dandy. It's it's 26 episodes. And I would love 26 episodes. I'm trying to get up in the 20s. That's how serious I am about it. I got all my food made, pre-made. My dinner's already ready. My lunch is already ready. I should probably eat some breakfast, but I'm not because old habits die hard. But I should definitely not be. But anyway, I'm just watching Space Dandy. I feel like the anime in the fall has not been that good. But again, I haven't watched a ton of titles, and there's and part of the reason why I'm not watching these titles is like I'm watching ReZero. I'm gonna watch ReZero today. Um, but there's so many anime that I'm behind on. You know what I'm saying? Like let me just get out. Let me make sure I have Space Dandy in my watch. It's in my watch list. So I'm gonna go back. I'm on Crunchyroll right now. Crunchyroll's kind of they're kind of making me a little frustrated. I keep hearing more and more about Crunchyroll doing shady stuff. Also, let me say something too. Hello, dance moms lovers. I am actually a new dance enthusiast, I guess is how you would say it. Like my girlfriend, her daughter does dance. And so I've been going to her competitions and yeah, it's cool. It's cool stuff. I mean, it's long, but you know, it's pretty cool. I'm a jazz saxophonist, so I was a jazz saxophone. I don't play as much as I used to anymore. But I'm into arts. I'm into artistic things. I like everything artistic. Painting. I like music, obviously. I like drawing. I like dance. I like sculpting. I like all of it. So I'm big into it. So I'm cool about it. So dance moms lover. So anyway, what I was saying though is like, you know, I'm looking at the anime and, you know, there's a couple on my list that I've never seen that I want to get to. Is there a new Overlord? No. No. Is there a new Overlord? I was gonna get very angry if there's new Overlord and I haven't seen it. Okay, okay, no. It's just so yeah. I'm just like there's so many titles, and it's like you never know what to watch. At least I don't. I don't. So I'm not watching a ton. I'm just watching ReZero. I'm watching Dan to Dan. I'm watching Hey, what's up? I'm watching Bleach. Bleach has been great. Bleach has been so good that it's making me wonder if they should redo the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like kind of like what they're going to do with One Piece. Like I'm kind of here for them to do the whole thing, you know? The animation is just so crisp and so clean. At first I was a little bit they have like a blue lens going on with Bleach. And so I wasn't sure if I wanted to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like the blue lens thing was just kind of like it was too much. It was too much. But now I feel like they kind of found the sweet spot, and also they're in different locations. So, it's not always just so blue. I tell you what's crazy. I play cello. Oh, nice. I wish I could play a string instrument. I wish I could play piano better. I can play piano pretty good, decently, and then if it's in a pop situation, I can definitely play it pretty much fine. But string instruments, especially cello is such a it's I guess it's like the human tone. I kind of suck though. Well, string instruments are tough, man. They're tough to learn. It's my heart always goes out to parents of people who play string instruments because it's a brutal learning curve. You know what I mean? But there's no way around it. You just got to put in the time, and as you put in the time, you get better, and it sounds amazing. But there's nothing like a cello. I think cello is the best string. I mean, obviously, they all sound great, and they all, um, you know what I mean. Any string is beautiful when played well, but like Yo Yo Ma, I don't know. I know the only cello players I know is Yo Yo Ma and Tina Gual. I think is how you pronounce her last name. Whoa, she's like one of Hans Zimmer's go-to session artists, and she's amazing. It's just it's so dark and rich. I can listen to cello all the time. I should listen to more. I listen to I think I listen to too much pop music nowadays. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's always on the radio. I got to be more intentional. I used to be intentional about putting classical music in my playlist. Every year I make a playlist. It's kind of like my favorite songs. It's not just like new songs either. It's songs that like are old that someone will bring up. Like maybe someone's like, "Oh, Keith Sweat. I love pop and hip hop." I love both of them. I mean, I love all music. I'm big into music. I even like country music. Even though it sounds more and more like pop to me with just like scruffier voices. But but yeah, I love hip hop. I love pop. I love jazz. Jazz is a little bit harder for me to listen to now, which is so crazy because I used to live for jazz music. You know what I mean? Like it was my life. I didn't listen to anything else. It was like no, that's not true. It was like 90% jazz, 10% hip hop. And now I rarely listen to it because it doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Which is weird. Life is weird, man. Like you transition. That's why and I actually had a time in life where like I couldn't watch anime. Though I mean, if you're following me, I'm assuming. I say that I'm assuming you know about the anime, but I also post funny stuff on here too. So you could have subscribed off of one of my funny videos. So I always got to be like mindful. I always try to be mindful. Like this is my place. I was gonna make Instagram my place, but I feel like YouTube is my place where I can just be myself. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, I try to just be myself here. I talk a lot about anime, but I talk about sports, I talk about music sometimes, and I try to have fun. You know what I mean? That's the main thing with here. YouTube's great. YouTube's great. I like what they're doing. Like even this is a cool thing. This is new. You used to have to go. You couldn't go live vertically, which I think it's cool that we have the option, and it's not one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's cool. But yeah, right now, man, there's not. What's today? Wednesday. Gosh, this is the long. This has been such a long week. I got into town. I'm up. I'm visiting my sister. I got into town on Saturday. Had fun with my friends on the weekend, and I came up here, and it's so interesting, man. The week is just going slow, which is fine. That's kind of how I want it since I'm visiting. You want your vacation time to go slow, but I get the feeling that starting like Thursday, everything's just gonna like start speeding away. But I can't worry about that. I'm just gonna focus on enjoying myself. Today's a content creation day. I'm doing a lot of content creation. Um, I batch record because if you don't batch record every now and then, you'll get burned out. You know what I mean? And I'm trying not to get burnt out. But getting burnt out is hard because I have clients as well. So there's me, myself, and then I have clients. And so my clients, obviously they come first. But I still have to make content for myself. So there's not really a lot happening. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny because up until last week, everything was about the election, and I was really looking forward to that being done. I mean, I'm not saying anything about one way or another. I just wanted it to be done because every day with the ads. I mean, and in Florida, I don't know what it was like up here in Jersey and New York, but in Florida, between every commercial break, if there was 5 ads, it was 4 political, one t- Toyota dealership. So it was unbearable. But it feels like now there's nothing. Like all the steam is out of the room, and now it just feels kind of like nothing's happening. And I guess that's good. It's better than craziness happening or something bad happening. But if I'm just being honest, I wasn't expecting it to feel the way it does. It feels like kind of flat. But it's midweek, you know. Tomorrow football starts, basketball is going on. I can't watch basketball through the season. I just don't care. It's so meaningless. Like they got 82 games. Same with baseball. I don't understand anybody watching baseball before the playoffs. But same, I've gotten that way with basketball too. I don't It's hard for me to enjoy just a regular season game. It's like for what? Maybe if it's close, and then it's like even then I'm just like I don't care at all. So basketball is on, but I don't really care. Football's good. There's a big UFC card this weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm very excited about that. Um, you know what? But I have mixed feelings because, I'm excited for the final 2 fights of the card, which is John Jones versus Stipe. Excuse me. There we go. And then who is? Oh, Charles Oliveira against Michael Chandler. Those are going to be good fights, and I imagine that the fights on the rest of the card are going to be good too. I'm not sure if Mike Tyson fights Logan Paul this weekend or is it next weekend? Question, how are you not popular? Well, I mean, what I mean, it's relative. I'm not a mega star, but I got 85,000 or 86,000 on TikTok, and I got like what 6,000 here on YouTube. I got 31,000 on um 31,000 on Instagram. I got that's a total network of like what? I should know how to do math. I have like almost 120,000 total followers, not including my theme pages, which I have 180,000 on one page. I have 15,000. I don't know. I don't know. I ask myself this question all the time. And I think that it's all about timing. You know, at the right time, it'll happen. I think that I understand how social works. I also have clients. I worked on a TV show, their social media, and I helped them get over 1 million followers to to their page for the show. So when you have clients, you kind of have to take a back burner. And I didn't really start kind of putting myself out there like I do now until like last year. I did my TikToks and I got fortunate. Um, but now I go hard for myself. So, um, yeah, I think it's happening. I think it'll happen, you know. But it's difficult. It's challenging. It's competitive. You have to be really good. You have to be really consistent. People, for example, like I'm going live right now, right? There are people on TikTok and on Twitch and I maybe here, and they go live for hours, man. They go live for hours. Like if I go live right now and I can make it between 30 and 45 minutes, I'm going to feel good about that. That's a good session. Now, mind you, I just finished another live session and I'm kind of doing this as extra. Not extra, but I've tried this twice and I just want to see what is the deal. It looks a little bit I have mixed feelings about it. I think that there's potential for this, but I also think that it's not there yet. You know what I mean? Like if I go live on TikTok, I can get up to like 1,200, 1,500 people that'll come into the room. But here, it's much more difficult. Yeah, man. There's all kinds of life. There's people who eat. Um, there's people who play with toys. There's the ASMR. My girl is really into ASMR. She loves it. And yeah, there's just so I I wouldn't mind trying a sleep live. I think I've tried it actually. Um, Seems cool to me. If people want to watch it. I've even like tried to go live while I'm eating because you just don't know. You don't know, man. You don't know, and you have to. The one thing, and to kind of answer your question, why am I not popular or as popular as I could be? You have to give an exceptional effort. You have to be on the level of Mr. Beast. Now, I don't mean that you have to have his production. I don't mean you have to do what he's doing. I'm just saying that that's what you're up against. There are people who are going to go live for 3 to 4 hours. So if you're going to just go live for 20 minutes, people want to go with the other one. People make videos every day, good videos, you know. So I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm gonna post a short today, maybe two, and but it's a process. It's a process, and I think that right now I'm gonna try to see if lives will help my page grow. Shorts help my page grow, but yeah, I'm talking, and you got to kind of find the right lineup. Like, I got to find a time where like maybe a lot of anime lovers are on and then we talk anime, or maybe there's a lot of UFC lovers and we talk UFC, or music lovers. I can talk anything. I just got to, catch the vibe, see what people are interested in. So yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the thing. I feel like it would be boring though just watching someone sleep. You know what I mean? I think it would be extremely boring. I would never do it. I don't understand the appeal of it at all. I think the appeal is somewhat adult, and creepy, but that's my thought. That doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean that's what people are looking for. I just feel like why would you want to watch somebody sleep, right? Doesn't make sense. Seems kind of voyeur esque, But but that could apply to anything. You know what I mean? People watching people eat, and I've seen certain people that do it, and it's all messy, and there's things dripping, and so you know what I mean. Like people can make anything weird. Mostly people who are watch getting sleep is women. So your thoughts are right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to say that like because there could be an audio element to it. You know, like with ASMR, even though you're watching someone sleep, the sound of them breathing, um, snoring if they snore or whatever, that can like be relaxing to some people. But yeah, I do think ultimately, if we're being honest and realistic, it's about people being just like a little bit a little bit creepy. So so I'm not gonna do it. Um I don't watch it, but you know, every now and then I like to watch people eat. My big thing is I like to watch brushed like audio triggers. So like people like pretending to like brush people's hair or stuff, or even like doing like scalp massages. It sets off the audio triggers set that feeling off inside my head, and so it feels good. And if I'm like having like a not a panic attack, but if I'm feeling like anxiety, that helps me to like kind of relax. I like to watch people fight. Like you mean like UFC and boxing, or like bum fights, like random people getting into arguments on the internet. I like to watch people. I'm a big fan of the UFC. I don't watch it as much as I used to though. I was on a live 2 days ago and people kept asking her what her age was. Well, it should. I think she. I think you have. It's hard because I've been of age for so long that I can't remember. But I think you have to be 18 to go live, and if you don't, like if you're not, your parents had to do it. You know what I mean? They had to like set it up for you. But I don't know. I don't think you can go live under 18. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I've had this account for so long, and I've always been 18 since YouTube has been around. I maybe like no, yeah, since YouTube started, I've been 18. There's a lot of you like a lot of the platforms like really suppress younger people, like children, because you know they don't want people. Except there's another app. It's kind of weird. Street fights with funny commentary. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot. I'm not so much anymore because sometimes people get hurt in those things, and I don't like to see people get hurt. I mean that applies to UFC as well. But no, you can go live when you're under 18 on YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I mean, I guess yeah, I guess I didn't know that. It's fine, you know, it's no big deal, but I know that the apps and the platforms really down what is the word? Downgrade? They make it a lower priority. As soon as they see young people in your post, unless it's like a family post and it's clearly a family post, then they're gonna just downgrade it because they want to try to protect children, which I'm okay for. I'm all for anything that keeps children safe. I think that online is not inherently dangerous, but as a parent, you just need to be aware. You need to be mindful. As long as you're mindful, it's fine. Social media, the internet, it's all great. It's a great way of like connecting with people, growing an audience, learning about things, you know? I used to preach to my family how important YouTube was, and now they're all obsessed with it. So yeah, UFC's good. I'm excited for this weekend. I kind of want to see Logan Paul and Mike Tyson. I'm not paying for that though. I'm just not. So either I'm gonna go out somewhere, or I know some people that are watching it because I'm just for what, you know what I mean? For what? I'm not paying for because and the reason why I'm not paying for it is because I hate boxing cards. You know what I mean? Like I I there's a lot with the UFC that I don't like. Dana White, I don't like the fighter pay. I don't like how they treat their fighters, but their cards are just way more exciting than boxing. Kids should be stopped from going on Reddit, 4chan unless they turn up. You know, I've never been on 4chan. I've been on Reddit. I go on Reddit all the time, but I've never been on 4chan. I don't even know. I don't even fully know what 4chan is or what it's about. Um, I've just heard about it like from like Joe Rogan or some other people. But yeah, Reddit's crazy. All of it's crazy. All it is just like consolidating the internet to make it more accessible. That's all any of this stuff is. It's just consolidating the internet. You know, people don't I remember, so I'm old. I'm an older guy. I remember before the internet. And then I remember, but that's it's not what's crazy to me is not the time before the internet. It was the like first 5 years of the internet. I don't watch UFC much, but I don't think Logan Paul beats Mike Tyson. I think that all these guys are getting paid to take the fall. I'm sorry. I just don't think him. He fought Mike Perry and beat the brakes off Mike Perry. I've never Man, it's crazy, dude. I've seen Mike Perry go to war with people. Um I just don't see it. I don't see it. People are worried about Mike Tyson getting knocked out. I don't see that happening. I don't think Logan Paul has the marbles. And I think Mike Tyson still slaps, man. I think he's gonna hit him one time. But I don't know. I again, like I said, I think these people are being paid to lose. Millions though. Millions, but to lose. And I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, fighters need to get paid. They need money. They need to survive. But you know, I just don't think Logan Paul is that good. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's that good. But we'll see if he beats the brakes off Mike Tyson, because I'm not entirely sure that Mike Tyson would agree to something like that. So if we see Logan Paul beat down Mike Tyson, we might have to start considering that he might be legit. Logan Paul might be legit. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think so. But, you know, but all in all, I am not a fan of Logan Paul as a person, but I'm a huge fan for him in what he's done for fighters. He's changed their lives. He's made it. He's made the UFC a better place because they have to compete with him. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate that for him. I know people personally who are their lives have been made better. So UFC is also like WWE. If it is a real fight, Mike Tyson would become like old anime characters. I I wonder, man. I'm as big a skeptic as anybody. Sometimes I think it's all fake, but I don't know if it's necessarily all fake. I think sometimes there are people that they want to win. Um, but most of the times there's like craziness with the judges. Like Dana White is not happy about it. So, I don't know if I wouldn't say the UFC is like WWE. WWE is definitely more entertainment than sport. Still sport. I mean, like if you're not in great shape, you're gonna hurt yourself. And if you're in great shape, you can still hurt yourself doing WWE. So, you can't downplay it. I mean, even like those like when they go across the ring and then they clothesline people. Like if you do that, it's not. It doesn't feel good. It feels terrible. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of wrestling anymore. I don't watch any wrestling anymore. My dad kind of ruined that for me. I was watching it one day and he came in and it's like, that's fake, right? I was like, what are you talking about? It's fake. I'm watching it. He's like, yeah, it's fake. They're actors. I was like, what? No. I was devastated. So of course I just went to all the kids I knew and I had to tell them. I was that kid. I was that kid for wrestling. I was that kid for Santa Claus. I don't like that stuff. I don't like seeing blood. You don't see too much blood with UFC actually. Um, every now and then someone gets cut open and then they just like they don't stop bleeding. I remember I was dating a girl and she was like you. She's like, it's too gory for me, gory for me. And I was like, no, it's not that bad. I mean, like, yeah, we have those, they have those fights and, but it's the majority of time, it's not that. And she's like, all right, I'll watch one with you. It was the worst. It was the worst fight I could have shown her. The guy, nose shattered, uh, cut open. Both guys are like beat up, just blood everywhere. And I'm just like, all right, I'm sorry. We'll never watch that again. But she was weird though. Like we went to go see the Joker and she was like disturbed. And I mean, the Joker, to me, the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, it wasn't that dark. It was dark, but it wasn't that dark. Like there's far darker movies than that. But she was just troubled, and I'm like, but to her idea of like a night was she would watch Jeopardy, Jeopardy and The Bachelor. That was her jam. That's all she wanted to watch. Jeopardy and The Bachelor. I was like, don't you watch any series? Like, no. And she played it. Like, when she would do Jeopardy, she would play along and she would write it. Like she had a journal. I should have known that, like, hey man, that's not really compatible with with the life that I'm living. But she was fun though. She was fun. She was fun to go out with. Like a solid hang. But yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, I get it. But I like UFC. I like UFC. I think it's fun. Thank you. Thank you for pulling up and thank you for subscribing. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll be more famous. I'll be more popular. But don't hold your breath on that. But you never know. You never know, man. These things happen overnight, and then you could say I was one of the first. Well, not really one of the first, but one of the first 1,000. So anyway, have a good one. So yeah, I'm thinking about this weekend. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to hang out with my best friend in Brooklyn. So there's probably going to be some park time. We go to this place. It's called the Aki Way. But I don't know if I'm going to do the Aki Way this time. One, it's just an insane amount of calories. But it's so good. It's so good. So basically, it's this thing. It's called a chopped cheese. And what they do is it's like ground beef, like almost like taco, like taco meat, and then they put onions and bell peppers in it, and then they put on top of it like the Mexican shredded cheese, and then that's essentially the chopped cheese, right? And you put it on a roll, or you can put it on a bun or whatever. But at this place, they just go crazy on the customization. You can put whatever you want on there. So I get mine, the meat and stuff, on a Jamaican beef patty, and I get ramen noodles, French fries, I think it has mozzarella sticks on it. It's crazy. It's an absolutely ridiculous thing, but I love it every time. I mean, it slaps. Now, mind you, the last time I got it, I think I had to stop in the middle. I mean, I finished it, but like I couldn't finish it. Sometimes we get fries, but it's like, bro, I think it's $20 total. It comes with a drink too. But that's all you're gonna need. Like it's a solid meal. Like if you get this, you're gonna be Gucci. Oh, look at this. I got an email. Nope. I'm writing you on. Who is this for? Who is this to? Is this to me? I get the worst brand deal offers. Music management helps with the all administrative tasks and musicians' daily life. Email correspondence calendar. Our primary aim is to save you time and assist you. This is so lame. I get frustrated now, like when I read emails that like I shouldn't have read. There's nothing more frustrating than that. Oh, nice. I get back in pretty early. I'm looking at my home ticket to Orlando, back to Orlando. Life is funny. Push and pull. You know what I'm saying? Push and pull. I'm wondering if I should, after I finish this live, I'm wondering if I should start a couple episodes of Space Dandy, if I should try to make some more content. I think I should make content. I should try to make 3 videos after this, and then I'll do Space Dandy for like 3 or 4 episodes, and then I should be around that time. It should be time to eat. I'm excited. I'm excited for lunch. I'm super excited for lunch. You know what? I could. I was planning on having a salad for lunch, but now that I think about it, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the leftover pasta, and then I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. Uh, I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes, and then have my kale. Should be a balanced meal. I don't know. I might need to have another salad. You can never have too much salad. I didn't even eat my salad yesterday. That's the thing, that's a frustrating thing for me. Like yesterday was a pretty bum day, and a lot of people, were sick. A lot of people were knowing other people who had passed away or were passing away. So it was a bum day, but it was making me think like so many people could have a much better life, like a higher quality of life if they just simply took care of themselves. And by take care of themselves, I just mean sleep more, drink more water, eat more greens. Like if you literally did that, no matter where you're at in life, if you're a really healthy person, if you're a really healthy person, or if you're not healthy, if you increase the amount of greens you eat, if you increase the amount of water you drink, and if you increase the amount of sleep you get, as well as moving your body, it's simple. It's so simple, and it's essentially free. The greens cost. Water, it depends on where you live. Like if you live in a certain place, you can drink tap. But there's no excuse for not drinking 3 to 5 glasses of water a day. There's no excuse for not getting good sleep. Sometimes there's times in your life where you have to grind and hustle, and I get it. But there's no excuse. No excuse for consistently all year, all the time, you don't have time for sleep. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I saw this thing, and it basically said, if you don't have time, this guy was saying, if you don't have 10 minutes to meditate in the morning, to stop and to reflect and to, kind of make your intentions known, you don't have a life. And I agree with that very strongly. If you can't, I believe that, like, and I talk about this with my girlfriend. Like, if you start the day off and you don't have like 5 minutes to just like sit, I get it. Some days you're tired. Some days you need those extra minutes in bed. But like, you got to think about your body and your mind and your health and your psyche and all that. If the way you start your day is you get out of bed, you kind of get dressed, and then you just throw yourself into like whatever the day has for you, you're just gambling. You're rolling the dice. Like, I'm sure some days are fine, and I'm sure there's going to be some days where it's going to feel like you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to feel like crap. And so, you know what I mean? Like, it's important that you start your day off intentionally. You got to give yourself a breath. You got to give yourself some time to reflect, set intentions, set goals for the day. What is it that you want to do today? I just think that, like, too many people day to day live life with no intentionality. They're just getting by. And it's like, that doesn't work. Like, you're just hoping to get lucky in life, and then you're upset that you're not. But that's not a recipe for success. Wake up early, read something, not preferably on your phone. Um, let some sunlight into your eyes. Drink water first thing in the morning. Meditate. Take 2 minutes. The guy that helped me get into meditation, I credit him. He told me, start with what you can do. If it's only 1 minute, do 1 minute until 1 minute's easy. Then go up to 2. And I did that. I started with 2 minutes, and I went all the way up to 20 minutes. And then at 20 minutes, I found my concentration starting to break a little bit. So I went back to 10 minutes. But do what you can do. If you can only do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, do that. Take a beat. Read something that's going to give you a good outlook on life. Something motivating, something challenging, something exciting. Start your day off with the way you want to have your day go. But you have to be intentional about that. Affirmations are important. I try every time I can to speak affirmations at the beginning of my day and throughout my day. You know, and there's a ton of affirmations. There, you don't have to do, what I mean, this one or that one. There's no better one. I'm a visual learner as well. So what I like to do is I like to go on, and I for a while back when I was really, really in the trenches, I had like about 5 videos that I would listen to. One of them was Jocko Wilkins, I think is his name. And he was saying good. It's a good speech. I should listen to that today. Another one was Gary Vee. And then I think I had a David Goggins and a Tony Robbins. And it was the point of the David Robbins was the Tony Robbins, which was probably the anchor of those messages, is that you can get whatever you want in life, but you can't be afraid to ask for it. And you can't be afraid to take action towards it. And so, yeah. So I want to see more people. I hope more people take better care of themselves. I hope more people drink more water. I hope more people get more sleep. I hope more people eat more greens. And I hope more people move their bodies. You got to move your bodies, people. If you don't move your bodies, if you don't exercise, you will find yourself at some point in your life losing. I saw a thing. I'm going to end on this. I saw a thing, and it said that most people never sprint again after the age of 40. And I thought about that. And I've done it. I know I've since I've been 41, I've sprinted. Obviously with the broken ankle, I haven't run in a long time. But that's the reality. You know what I mean? Like if you're not working and moving your body, like if my mom had to sprint, I don't think she could. I don't think my dad could. And that's not because their bodies are not strong enough. It's just because they haven't prepared their bodies. So anyway, I say all that to say, treat your body good, treat yourself good, be kind to yourself. Thank you everybody that pulled up for this coffee with Brian. I'll be doing more of it. I don't know when, but we'll see. We'll see what the YouTube gods have in store. Until the next time, be easy.